There we go. So welcome everyone to today's webinar. We're going to be talking about the Center for Academic and Faculty Excellence certificates and the overview that we have of those programs. My name is Shelby Lamar. I use they, them pronouns, and I am the Center for Academic and Faculty Excellence Associate Director. So let's get started today. I have turned on the captions if you would like to follow along with the captions or the transcript. We're also going to be recording the webinar today, so please hold your questions till the end. We'll have plenty of time for questions. And other than that, we'll get started. So first off, why would you come and engage with us here at the center? So first, we are here to help you grow as a leader, as a professional, and as an educator. So if you're planning to be a leader, professional, or educator, we have something here for you. And I think that covers almost everyone here at CGU looking to get an education. So we also provide training for your career, whether you're wanting to go on and be a faculty member, you wanted to be a professional, like for instance, consultant, or work at a large organization. We're going to have things that are going to help you on your career path so that you are more likely to get the job and that you have training you need to be very successful in that job. And finally, we can help you build your portfolio. So when you go out to get your job, you will have a portfolio of work that you can show to potential employers that will show off your skills on many levels. And we also can help you just build the training you need for some of those items. And I'll tell you a little bit more about those as we go on. Now, let's get into the meat of today's webinar. We're going to be talking about our 2 certificates, some of our non-certificate courses, and then a few services that we have. So first, we have the Inclusive Excellence in College Teaching Certificate. Now, this is our flagship program that we've had the longest, and this is a certificate that prepares you to be a faculty member at a college or a university and helps you prepare to not just teach and be a great professor, but be one that's focused on inclusivity, equity, and making real changes in education for your students and for the college or university you work at. This certificate has 2 required courses. There's TNDY 430, which is Transdisciplinary Changemakers, Justice-Centered Frameworks for Education, which is a 4-unit course, and CAFE 530, which is Inclusive Excellence, Pathways to the College Teaching Certificate, which is 2 units. So altogether, the certificate is 6 units. And we also have the Inclusive Excellence in Professional Practice Certificate. And this has also 2 required courses, TNDY 440, the Professional Practice for Inclusive Excellence, and CAFE 440, Professional Practice Pathways. Now, what's the difference between these 2 certificates, right? So the first one is really going to be focused on those that want to go and be faculty. And the second one is really focused on those that are wanting to be professionals outside of academia. So we're looking at people who want to go into consulting, go into industry, start their own business, those kind of practices. But both of them are focused on inclusive excellence. So inclusive excellence is making sure that we are working equitably with those that are our colleagues and those that we're employing, and our students. We want to make sure that we are focused on ensuring we have the future skills that we want and those that we want to work with. And overall, we just want to make sure that we are prepared to go into these fields prepared and focused on an equity mindset. We're also going to learn, both of these certificates have different skills that they're going to help you with. So for instance, the first one has a lot of focus on the tools that you'll need for being a faculty member, while the professional practice certificate is going to focus a lot on teamwork and things like that that you'll need in industry settings. We also offer courses sometimes that are not towards the certificate. So for instance, we've offered CAFE 410 this semester, Teaching with AI in Higher Education, which is 2 units. So if you're looking for another class to add, this is a great one that we have on offer right now. If you don't want to take a certificate with us, or you are and still want some outside support, we also have webinars, appointments, and online resources. We offer webinars throughout each semester, including the summer, and those are focused on everything from faculty training to how to use some tools as graduate students, things like that. So take a look at those webinars. We also offer appointments if you have questions about our courses, about the certificates, if you want to get help with like teaching philosophy statements or diversity statements, a lot of those documents that are needed for applying to your career or putting up on a website to get you seen, we can help with those. And finally, we have lists of resources from everything from working with artificial intelligence to how to set up the kind of those documents I talked about. So we have a lot to offer, and do check out all of those things that we offer, because as graduate students, one of the things we're here to do is not just take classes, but also to expand our professional portfolios. So do take advantage of those resources that we have available. All right, next let's jump more deeply into the first certificate that we have on offer, which is the Inclusive Excellence in College Teaching Certificate. I told you that there's 2 required classes, and just a couple of details to kind of keep in mind is that these 2 courses are usually offered each semester. So each semester we usually have at least one TNDY 430 class and one CAFE 530 class. We also offer these classes in the summer, usually in an intensive modality or a regular modality. So if you're looking to maybe take an intense shorter course, maybe this is something you would want to consider during the summer when you might have a lower course load, or just want to get something taken care of. Both of these courses are also offered online. Our summer intensive courses are not always online. Sometimes they're in a hybrid mode. So do check that if that's something that's important to you, but usually our courses are offered online, or these 2 courses are. All right, so let's take a look at that first course a little closer, TNDY 430. So when you take TNDY 430, what we're really looking for is several outcomes that you will be able to do after you successfully take the course. So for instance, equity-minded questioning is going to be one of the skills that you're going to practice and be able to perform once you complete this class. So you're going to be able to like critically assess assumptions, especially of like legacy teaching methods that are oppressive or marginalizing. You're going to be able to look at intentional inclusive design. So this includes, facilitation, syllabi, things like that, so you can empower your learners. We're going to look at principled methods. So integrating the science of teaching and learning and transformative pedagogy, which might be big words, but basically we're going to be identifying like learning barriers and making sure that classes are inclusive and engaging for our students. There's also going to be a focus on co-creative approaches, so collaborating within your discipline, across disciplines, really trying to make teaching and learning more equitable and future focused for yourself, for your students, and for whatever college or university you end up at. Finally, it's going to be also reflexive grounding, so demonstrating reflexivity as a skill so you can identify, address, and justify your beliefs and values as an educator, so that you can better help your students as well. All right, so that's the basics of what you'll be learning in TNDY 430. This class is really focused a lot on getting a lot of that information you need to ground yourself in theory and science. And the second class, CAFE 530, is really an application of those skills that you learned in TNDY 430. So this class is a portfolio class. So what you're going to be spending most of your time doing is actually building. So you're going to build a syllabus. You're going to do a teaching demonstration and annotate your lesson plan after that. You're going to be building an example course in Canvas. You're also going to be building a Teacher Scholar website to showcase kind of everything you've done in these 2 classes and to put yourself out there. You don't have to publish it, but at least you'll have learned how to build it. And then you'll be doing a reflective essay to kind of wrap up your learning of these 2 classes. And so, I mean, everything is walked through. You'll have a lot of support from your classmates and from your instructor, but it's a very much a building course compared to a lot of theory in the first course. So those are the 2 courses that are for the Inclusive Excellence in College Teaching Certificate. Now let's take a closer look at the next certificate we have on offer, which is the Inclusive Excellence in Professional Practice Certificate. So similarly, you're going to have 2 courses, the TNDY 440 and the CAFE 540. And it's set up kind of like the other course, where you're going to have a theory class and more of a practicum class where you're going to make a portfolio. A few details about these 2 courses is usually each course is offered only once per year. So for instance, we're offering TNDY 440 this spring and CAFE 540 in the summer. And that's going to be the only 2 times, or the only times we offer those classes this year. So if you see those classes come up, do take them, because you might have to wait a semester to take them again. And these are also usually offered online as well. So we have courses that we hope that you can take no matter where you're living, and we can do both online students and on-ground students. All right, let's take a little bit closer look at the first class that I talked about, TNDY 440. So the learning outcomes here, there's 3 main learning outcomes. But the first one is demonstrate an inclusive, excellent mindset. So really thinking about diversity, inclusion, and how those affect, society in organizations and communities, not just in higher ed, but a wider breadth. So, becoming more knowledgeable about diverse perspectives, methods, theories. This is going to be across disciplines because it's just transdisciplinary. And really becoming comfortable with multidimensional aspects of people's identities, experiences, and narratives. The second is demonstrate a comprehensive understanding of tools and strategies you need to promote inclusive excellence in communities. So learning about intergroup dynamics, team-based dynamics, looking at reflection for yourself, and emotional regulation skills that you'll need when you work in teams or in communities. So you can have the sensitive topics or conversations that you need to drive change forward. Also, effective communication skills like active listening and empathy. So all of those tools that you need to really be a leader and professional nowadays. You'll also be able to apply inclusive, excellent mindset and tools for responsible and mindful scholarship and practice. So thinking about defending diversity, inclusivity, people from different backgrounds, and engaging in behaviors and activities that support and advocate for marginalized individuals. And really getting in there and examining the context of professional practices and communities, so you can address issues that need to be changed and have the tools to move that forward. All right. So the last class in our last certificate is CAFE 540. And like the other class, this is more of a portfolio-based class. So you're going to be walking away with tool sets. Now, you don't have as many in this class as you do in the other portfolio class, but that's because you're going to have a bigger project. So 1, you're going to write a diversity statement. But 2, your big project is going to be your Changemaker project. And you get to set up your own Changemaker project. You're going to think about it in the first class and really pull it through in this second one. So you're going to have some kind of project focused on professional practice, equity, and inclusivity. And this can be a lot of different things. It can be anything from, something that you're going to do as a, for instance, if you're going to be a contractor, something that you're going to provide to different entities. It can be some kind of project that you're wanting to build as your own professional for your bigger brand that you want to develop. But anyway, it can be a lot of different things. And we're there to help you set it up and then work through it. And then finally, you're going to do a community engagement plan. So whatever you decide to make as your changemaker project, you're also going to have a plan for how to disseminate it to the community that it's going to help, whether that be, an institution or a particular community of people or location. We're going to have a plan so you can disseminate it if you decide to go ahead and go through with it. All right. A few things to consider about the certificates is that you can earn both certificates here while you're at CGU. You don't have to pick just one. If both of them would be good for your professional development, you can take both. Courses do fill quickly, especially in the summer. So when registration opens in the summer, I would suggest that you jump on it as soon as you can, because our summer courses fill pretty quickly. A lot of people want to take the courses in the summer so that it doesn't alter their course plan for their main degree. Courses need to be taken in different semesters. And what I mean by that is, so for the Inclusive Excellence and College Teaching Certificate, you have to take the first class in one semester and then the next class the next semester. You can't take them at the same time because you need that theory and information from the first class before you can apply it in the second. Now, you could take the first class for both certificates at the same time if you want, but those portfolio classes have to be taken after the first class. So that's something for you to keep in mind. Now, when we do our summer intensives, sometimes we'll do like a mod 1 course, and then the mod 2 course will be for the portfolio class. So you can take them both over the summer, but they still have to be like 1, 2. You can't take them at the exact same time. If you're on the fence about whether you want to take one of our courses and you're a PhD student, consider that you do need to take a T&DY course anyway. So that first course can count as your T&DY course. So you're already going to be taking care of another requirement that you have. And then you just have to add on 2 more units to get a whole certificate added to your degree. Audited courses do not qualify for CAFE certificates. So if you do want to take one of our courses as an audit, that's completely fine. We're happy about that. But you won't be able to count that course towards one of the certificates. You have to actually take it for a letter grade. So just something to keep in mind. And finally, CGU alumni can take courses at a discount rate and earn our certificate. So if it's not fitting in to your degree plan right now, you can take it later after you finish your master's or PhD for a bit of a discount. So that's something to keep in mind too if it's not going to fit into your plan right now. All right. Lastly, I just want to give you some resources about where you can find more information or where you can reach out to us. So first, we have our website where we have all of our information about the certificates. And we have an appointment system where you can make an appointment with us and ask a lot of questions or set things up. You can always email us as well, and we send out a monthly email newsletter kind of letting you know what's going on with us, what classes and webinars are coming up and things like that. All right, so thank you for listening to my spiel. And now I want to open up the floor for questions, and let me know, do you have questions about the certificates, about the classes, or CAFE in general? And I'm going to turn off my screen so we can have a bit more of a conversational style.